Hi everyone, and welcome to Lost Legion Games and Comics, The Vault. I am Nate,
I'm Austin.
and we are here to talk about Grixis Control. There's a few cards in the deck that I personally enjoy and love the most, and I've always been a fan favorite of Disciple of the Ring. Whenever Disciple first came out, I was super stoked at that card. I thought it was a really great win condition, and every time that I end up dropping a Disciple of the Ring, it always baffles people's minds because they always seem to forget that Disciple of the Ring taps creatures, untaps creatures, counters instants and sorcery spells. It just wins the game on its own.
We wanted to put Kalidas in the main with Radiant Flames, mostly because if you drop Kalidas, he's there and he's an annoying threat. You might have to kill him off, and if you do, it's really not going to bother me because I have a lot of other draw spells. I have a lot of other kill spells, but if he doesn't die and you have a board and I Radiant Flames, I'm winning the race. A lot of cards like Dark Petition helps me go and find these cards, dig through time, Painful Truce, and Ruinous Path. We got Grass, Fiery Impulse, which is really nice right now with Jace and Sylvan Advocate and Standard. Kolaghan's Command is alright. I mean, it hits Jace and makes them discard a card of whatever they're drawing, so if they're playing some sort of company deck, it's kind of nice to get cards out of their hand.
It also hits Hangerback Walker, but that's a very dangerous game when you want to bust their Hangerback Walker and they get tokens, which is why we normally end up following that up with a Radiant Flames. And Kalidas hoses, a lot of the rally decks and the company decks, and we wanted to main deck horribly awry because a lot of the people around here like to play
Siege Rhinos,
and
Sylvan Advocates, all the green creature spells that are just really powerful if they hit the board.
One major thing about the deck is the amount of life loss that we encounter, which is why we have docked the amount of fetches to only 5 fetches, and we decided to include 2 Evolving Wilds.
It helps you fetch for your black sources, like if you're drawing Wandering Fools and Shivan Reefs, and you only draw 1 Smoldering Marsh. It's nice to Evolving Wilds so you can cast your Kalidases, your Dark Petitions, and your Grasp and your Ruinous Path.
We went with 26 lands, only 2 of them were pain lands. We went with 7 of the Tango lands, or untapped lands, however people like to call it nowadays. 3 Fumaroles. I liked Fumarole.
And it's nice when you run out of gas with your Chandra if they manage to kill your Chandra. You just have these backing you up.
Grasp of Darkness hits pretty much everything but Siege Rhino and Tassiger, but it still hits.
Still hits their Kalidas.
Yeah.
I mean, it still hits Sylvan Advocate, Jace, whatever you really need it to hit.
Best matchups, we pretty much destroy any aggro deck. Worst matchup?
Bad Company. I mean, company decks are really annoying.
Which is why we're main decking Kalidas. Like we said earlier, we need something to try and slow down the rally or the company decks, and Kalidas seems to be doing a good job at that.
Because if we have Kalidas out and they get 2 creatures and they're small, they swing, we block with Kalidas, they might have something to kill it, but we're gaining the 3 life. On our turn, we drop something, we deal with it. And along with the sideboard, we have Dispel for the mirror match. We have Duress for the mirror match. Infinite Obliteration comes in handy too, because if they're running things like I've seen on their list run Slimgar, Kalidas, other things, we name that, and their threats are gone, so we're not worried about that. We're just worried we're going to drag out this game, but eventually we're going to probably win this in the long run.
Also on the side, we got 2 roasts. We have a Rending Volley as a one-of.
For Anafenza,
I really like Rending Volley.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Hits Anafenza, which is played in the Abzan list. It hits
Wingmate Rock.
Wingmate Rock that still sees play as a 2-of in some decks.
I have had someone Rending Volley my Disciple.
It hits a Dragon
which
Lord
was
Ochitai if they
funny.
swing.
Yeah, when they're swinging with Dragon Lord Ochitai, it hits them. It just has a lot of good uses, but we really only wanted to keep it as a 1-of.
We have Tassiger there just for another threat. He's basically a 1-drop 4/5 that can give us cards back. And sometimes he doesn't always get us the cards back he needs since they're picking. But he's still a body. We like a Tassiger, and if we don't draw Kalidas, he's still a guy that they got to get rid of. If not, it's going to block their creatures.
And we have a 1-of Ugin on the side.
Which is weird because you don't see a lot of Ugins anymore playing on sideboards, but we still like him.
But I still like my 1-of Ugin just in case, because people do play a lot of ramp stuff, and if you're going up against a control matchup, he is good in a control matchup because he himself can just hit the board and he can easily single-handedly win it for you, assuming your opponent's not playing Rune's Path and stuff like that. But we still have plenty of counter magic to back that up. After a few weeks of tuning and whatnot, we feel that this is probably the best that this could potentially be right now. And after rotation, we're going to lose our fetches, but oh well. We'll lose fetches. We'll lose dig through time.
We get these 2 tangos back. What they have just dropped. We're gonna try it, and if not, we're gonna tune the deck because we just love these color combinations. We like Kalidas and Radiant Flames, which the deck is really based around.
I mean, we're really going to lose Murder's Cut. We're going to lose Dig Through Time. But I mean, other than that, we're not really losing a whole lot of gas. Just land.
And who knows what they're going to reprint? Like, you don't know if they're going to reprint things that help us out, things that don't help us out.
Right now, there's some cards that we have our eye on.
sights on.
We're not telling you. You will just have to wait and see. But yeah, it's going to be interesting whenever Innistrad comes out.
We lose. I believe we lose.
Lose Tasker.
We lose Tasker,
Ugin.
Ugin, Crux. That's about it on the side.
Yeah.
So the deck is still going to be a good thing, and maybe they come out with Planeswalker like Chandra, or they come out with better Kalidas of some sort.
I mean, there's a Jace.
There's a Jace that can go in as a 1-of. And if anything, instead of the Ugin on the sideboard, we can just run out Nixilis, which is just as good because he's card draw and a kill spell for 1.
Yep.
And his
ultimate is also ridiculously good.
Because when he gets up there, they have to kill him, and they know that. No matter what other threat you have, you could have a Chandra, you could have a Kalidas, but they know they have to kill that out.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm Nate.
I'm Austin.
And we'll bring you another deck next week. You stay classy.